Guys, another breaking news coming from Ethiopia. Another Pan-African step coming from Ethiopia. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, has launched the first, or I would say one of the first international Pan-African media called Pulse of Africa. Pulse of Africa. This is a Pan-African media which has been designed to send out African narratives. For so many centuries, Africa has sat on the sidelines and their narratives being sent out there, being spoken about by CNN, Fox News, BBC, France 24, RFE, RFI, right, if you want to call it that way, and all these international media. And we have been there. What do they say about us? Africa is a poor continent. Some even call Africa a country. Africa is a poor country. Africa doesn't have houses. People live on trees. Africa is poor. People are malnourished. Africa is this. Africa is that. Africa is this. Africa is that. Those are the things that have been transmitted on these mainstream media for so many centuries. And that is how they see us. Africans live with animals. Africans live with animals side by side. Are you guys not scared? Do the animals not eat you up? Those are the narratives. Whenever these people out there in the West see Africans, that is the first thing that comes to their mind. Sometimes you will not blame them. It's because their government had built these narratives through those mainstream media. And the Prime Minister of Ethiopia has set up an initiative to change those narratives. Pulse of Africa would report African situations, would carry Africa to the wall. They would change the narratives. They would repaint the image that these people damaged. And I will tell you something. The Sahel is cooking something in that same spirit. I'm telling you, this is what we want from Africa. We want leaders who would come up with these kinds of initiatives that would transmit, that would also talk about our realities. Africa is the largest continent on earth that can swallow about 3 to 4 continents in Africa alone. But what did they do? For so many centuries, they told us that Africa is just a small dot that makes no big meaning. In other words, to denigrate us so we would not think big of ourselves. Pulse media. And we need many more Pan-African media that would talk about the realities of Africa, that would paint our real image, that would change the narratives, put out the real truthful narratives about who we are, what our continent is, and that we are not a country, nor we are a small continent. That is what we want, guys. And kudos to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. You are doing it again, just like you have been doing. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And once again, shout out to the people of Ethiopia. You guys are making Africa proud. Ethiopia is a replica of what is happening in the Sahel. What is happening in the Sahel? The Prime Minister of Ethiopia is producing the same thing in Ethiopia and even more. And we want to see these initiatives from all angles of Africa. Chapeau. Merci beaucoup, les gars.